Many times when we are diagnosing control system issues in the field, the customer is working with older hardware and is unsure of which microcontroller board version they have installed. There are some easy to spot differences between our generations of hardware as improvements were made over the years. So, how can we tell if we're running a version 1 microcontroller board in a panel? Let's dive in. Before even opening the panel enclosure, you will be greeted by the usual keyboard and display interface. Version 1 hardware is unique in that it will have a narrow rectangular display and a rectangular stop button on the left. Newer panels also have some extra buttons when compared to this first layout. The next easy identifier of a version 1 board is the processor. All of our other large microcontroller boards are going to use a square Z180 chip, but this utilizes a long rectangular chip that looks like a large EEPROM. From there, we can take a look at the power socket. It is located at the bottom corner of the board and labeled clearly with power. Each generation shares this 9-pin pigtail socket. Combine this with the COM0 and COM1 sockets, located adjacent on the other corner of the board. Notice that the COM chips are hard soldered in, unlike our modern COM chip style, which are socketed and easily replaceable. Finally, you will notice a very specific set of EEPROM slots. Our MEM0 slot on the far right is a 28-pin socket, which is going to look short compared to all the others. MEM1, 2, and 3 are the usual 32-pin sockets. Your version 1 board will only have one bank of configurable dip switches located in the middle of the board, right next to the processor. The version 1 display also passes from the microboard through an expansion board before getting to the keypad and screen unit as shown here. Finally, if you're doing high-level diagnostics, most of the test points are in a cluster between these 32 channels of discrete inputs. Test point 2, for example, is helpful for reading direct current voltage on these version 1 boards. This has been a brief overview of how to determine if you're running version 1 hardware. This first hardware version is no longer supported by M&M due to scarcity of parts. For guides to each of our other hardware versions, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And for personalized support or parts sales, you can call us at one of our branches with the contact info in the description below.